Not in my name. I'll say it again. Not in my name. And we all say the same. Not in my name. Have you heard of fracking? Now the government's backing this crazy scheme, and while the companies dream of profits galore, their greed's opened a door, through which they'll pump 1 million gallons of junk into the ground beneath. This land that we'll one day bequeath to our sons and daughters, as it was to us before us. Doesn't that strike you as mad? Chemicals, toxic, deadly chemicals, not only injected deep into the bosom of our Earth Mother. Oh dear, sisters and brothers, we need to change this madness around. We need to do more than just make tutting sounds. The technique requires controlled explosions, and after filling these holes with poisonous potions, they expect us to lap up the flimsy notion that it's safe, and we needn't cause a commotion. Well, we won't be lapping up clean water, I can tell you. We'll be buying it 10 quid a bottle. And you may think I'm being anal, but you won't think so when there's nothing but venom in the water table. Well, no, it's another example of progress's trample, of infinite growth on a finite planet. You can't have both. Not in my name. I'll say it again, not in my name. And we all say the same, not in my name. Have you heard of fractional reserve banking? Yeah, judging from the blank looks I'm getting, I'd say you haven't got a clue, and even less what the fuck it has to do with you. Well, would you like to print your own money? Think I'm being funny? Well, yeah, it is dumb. But it's being done all the time. Even as I speak this rhyme, a few taps of a hand have conjured up £1 or two. Imaginary cash, paid back with interest to guess who? The banks. The high street banks create the cash, then charge us all more to pay it back. Does that sound screwy to you? Well, it does to me. And it's keeping you enslaved, maybe even beyond the grave, as our kids spend their days dripping with sweat as they work to pay off the national debt. There's a simple solution to false profit pollution, and it's akin to Jesus' temple retribution. No money-making out of money. Stop financial prostitution by creating a constitution, or at least some legislation, and make positive money a realization. So you see, it's another example of progress's trample, of infinite growth on a finite planet. You can't have both. Not in my name. I'll say it again, not in my name. And we all say the same, not in my name. Have you heard of the Bellomonte Dam? Another short-sighted scam. Hey, let's drive more than 20,000 indigenous people out of the sacred and pristine land they call home and demand they move into towns and cities, the shittiest examples of what humans can produce. No wonder they refuse. All because energy needs are increasing and the easiest option is to destroy acres and acres of untouched wilderness so we don't have to go 5 minutes without a Nintendo DS. The big society can hold our hands, can provide electricity so we never need to be alone in the dark, safely extinguish any spark of innovation we might get. Problem is, we waste so much in the energy net. More examples of progress's trample, of infinite growth on a finite planet. You can't have both. Not in my name. I'll say it again, not in my name. And we all say the same, not in my name. Do you know about Ladakh? Back in the days before the West reached out its slimy hand, they lived in a simple, grand, egalitarian way. And you might well say I'm being a Luddite, but the way I see it, the Luddites fought hard to protect a way of life that wasn't out for selfish greed by any means necessary. And you could say we just don't know what Ladakh was like before. Except we do. One Western woman has been there throughout, saw the coming tsunami of balmy greed, saw the developers plant their seed, witnessed the rapid shift from peaceful self-sufficient to modern life twist. And twisted is right. If you knew, you just might wish to turn back the clock and lock away this pristine gem, away from the grasping fat hands of them. Subsidised roads and subsidised trucks, burning subsidised fuel, bringing subsidised food, to flog at discount to the local fools who didn't see it coming. Roll up, processed plasticized butter from the other side of the planet. It's cheaper than your local shit. So in this way the infection occurs, values lost and culture corrupted, so men in suits in an office in a city can rape a distant dream of a country of its natural wealth, and in doing so destroy its natural health. We need to localise resources, Shop from local sources. Stop flying tons and tons of produce halfway around the world every day, and cut the subsidies that make it pay. Remember local values. Create community ties. Become a lot more willing. Become a lot more wise. That's my last example of progress as trample, of infinite growth on a finite planet. You can't have both. Not in my name. I'll say it again. Not in my name. And we all say the same. Not in my name.